Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of iOS development on Xcode. Today we are going to talk about how you can create lists on your app, and we are going to do that with the TableView controller. So let's create a new project, single view app, next, and we are going to call it colors list. So first thing we are going to talk about is I'm going to run this application. So you can see what is a list on an app. So if I go here to the context list, you will see this is a list, and this is sections. The AVH are sections, and these items, these contacts over here, are the cells that are inside of these sections. So let's go to the Xcode and let's go try to make this happen. So let's go to storyboard. We are not going to use this V controller, so I'm going to delete it, and these two files that are associated to it, and we are not going to use it, so delete it. Now the first thing that you want to do when you want to put a table view on your app, it's go over here on this tab. Sometimes if you are not seeing this, you hit this button to show the tab, and you pick the table view controller, drag it into your project, and here it is, the table view controller. So now what you need to do is make a custom class for this view controller. So we are going to go to our project, new file, Xcode touch class, and we are going to extend this class from UI table view controller. If you're not seeing here UI table view controller, you can being NS object or another class that it's inside of here. You come here and pick this class. So this is going to be cars table view controller. Hit next, create. Okay, they created the two files, the interface and the implementation. Um, Now you have to come here to the storyboard to associate this class to the table view controller. So um, go here to the identity inspector, and you see here class, and you start typing the name of the class that you just created. In my case it was table view controller cars, and now if you see here, it's already associated to this table view controller. So let's now go to the cars table view controller .m, and we'll see that here we already have some methods um, to create our table view controller. The first one is the number of sections in the table view. So it's the number of sections, the A, B, H, T, Z. It's the sections that you want to create. And in this case, I'm going just to create one. So we could keep this one or even delete this, because when it's one, you don't have to put here the number of sections, but I will keep it here. And here you have the number of rows in the section, that is the number of contacts, in this case of the contacts that are inside of each section. So we are here some other methods that we are going to use afterwards, but for now that's create a list of cars so we can show it on our table view. So first I'm going to go to the .h and create here a property, strong, non-atomic, and it will be an mutable array. We are going to call it cars list. If you don't know what is an mutable array, it's just an array that you can add, delete, and reorganize the index of this array. So now we are going to the implementation, and let's see. Here on the view did load, you can even delete this commented text, and let's create that mutable array. So self.carslist, you're going to alloc this array and initialize it. So let's now create some ns strings to put inside of this array. So for example, car1, can say Audi, car2, BMW, for example. Let's put here a Porsche. Everyone wants a Porsche or a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, so let's put this on our desire list. One more, maybe a Ferrari. And let's make one more. I don't know. Ferrari. I didn't put it. I thought on Ferrari and I put it Lamborghini. So now let's add these objects to our array list. So let me put here. Sorry for this. Okay. So you're going to make self car list, add object, and the first object is going to be car1. And then you make the same for the other objects that you want to add to the mutable array. So car2, car3, car4, and the last one, car5. Now that you added the objects inside of this array, what you are going to do is saying how much cars do you have on your array. So how much rows do you need to show that cars on the array. So I'm going to make self dot car list and the count. So it will bring us a number of how many rows we need to show all the cars. You can do it like this, or if you want, you can do it like self car list count. It's the same. I prefer it the other way on this matter, but it's up to you. So now do we have the number of rows, the number of sections, and we need to say what are the cells going to be like inside of each row. So let's create another method, cell for a row index path, And first we are going to create a new UI table view cell. I'm going to call it cell, and we are implementing the method of the table view, the queue reusable cell for identifier for index path. Well, the queue reusable cell with identifier is like if you have 500 cars inside of your array, you are not going to create each cell for each car that you create. The programmer will manage the number of rows that you can see on your screen, and then when you scroll up or down, it will reallocate that cell for the next items. So it's better for memory purpose and performance. So let's create here an identifier. I'm going to call it car cell, and here it's the index path. And now what we can do is saying what is going to show inside of that cell. So cell dot text label dot text. When you don't create a custom table view cell, here's a property that is text label to show what you want to put on the cells. So it's equal to self-car list and object at index. So it will show every car in which each index that you have here on the label, on the array. Sorry, the arrays start at 0, as you know, on computer science everything starts on 0. And here I'm going to put index path row, that is for each row. And now can you see here, you have to return a UI table view cell, and the view cell that we created was the cell. So let's return cell. Okay, but before we test this, we have to do two things. So remember this identifier that I created, car cell. If you go to here, if you are not seeing this tab over here, you can click on this button over here. And if you go inside TableView and you see here TableView cell, and you have to put here the identifier that I created, so car cell. And another thing that I have to do, because I deleted the view control that was here, so I don't have nothing saying what is the view that is going to be initialized on this app. So I have to select this one and come here on view control and is initial view controller. So the app knows what is the initial view controller that is going to be displayed on the cell phone. So I think it is like this. Let's go and hit play, and let's see the result if it's okay. Yeah, as you can see, here is the list of the cars. You can put how many cars do you want, but yeah, this is a list on your app. So I hope you enjoy it, and next episode I'm going to talk about TableView cell, the custom TableView cell, and how can you put everything as you want on your cell. Well, thanks for watching. If you liked, press the like button. and subscribe. Thank you.